It's
melody. I hear that haunting melody. It's in my every reverie. It says we'll never part. Can't you see that we can spend eternity? Our lives were really meant to be together from the start. No one else could fill my life with ecstasy. No one else, it seems, could make me care. What is left is just a memory that's so empty and so unfair. Melody, I'll write another melody, and this time from the start you'll see I'll write it from the heart. And words that say, come to me, stay with me. Won't you stay with me? No one else could fill my life with ecstasy. No one else, it seems, could make me care. What is left is just a memory that's so empty and so unfair. Melody, I'll write another melody, and this time from the start you'll see I'll write it from the heart. And words that say, come to me. Words that say, come to me, stay with me. Won't you stay with me? Stay with me.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful
Wednesday.
non-rainy for the moment Florida day.
Better than yesterday, got to tell you.
What was wrong with yesterday?
Although it was kind of nice because it stayed cool inside. our bungalow in here with all the rain. It stayed a lot nice and cool. Today, I guess the sun is shining because we're working on the air and overdrive here on the sunshine.
Now you notice when you come into the studio, now we turn the lights off. It's not because we are having a romantic dinner. It's simply because it's so freaking hot, right? So we're trying to turn all the lights off.
Because
so
we
you
decided
don't
we
fry
should
an egg
eat
in
instead
here.
of feeding FPNL. We decided to see if we can save a watt or two.
Well, in New York, when I lived in New York, you took a frying pan, you put it on the sidewalk, you crack an egg, and you could. Here, you don't even need a frying pan.
I think you do that here
Put it in
too.
your
I don't know
freaking
what
car,
it is.
you're
but
done.
I don't know how is the weather in New York these days?
I don't know. Maybe they'll call us and let us know.
Say good morning, good afternoon to WGHT. It feels like a long time since we've been in New York, but I guess it's been a week. But what a week it's been.
Now, I want to make sure that WGHC is hearing us because I'm hearing you. I can hear what we're sending you, so. But they were right last week. We had some issues. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you speak on your microphone, you got to hold your mic up. If you don't hold the mic up and you put it on your lap, Freddie's going to do the Freddie dance. And you don't want to see the Freddie dance.
What's that?
That's them yelling at me. They can't hear the guests.
Yeah, I know. No more barking
And
today.
who's ever on
Military.
military, tell you right now, Secret Ops, make sure you open up all the mics because
Go
they
for
need
it.
to hear it. We are going, what is it, 1,200 miles? 1,600 miles?
I don't know how far is New York. 1,200 miles. Ever driven there?
21 times.
Our friends
many
over there,
times?
they just drove, I don't know, Nashville, Chicago, with that killer dog Joy in the car.
I know. That monster pooch is about this big.
A sheepoo. She's this big. And
She's a
yet,
poo-poo.
apparently, she's a thing to be reckoned with. You know what they say?
You know what a poo-poo is?
Don't mess with those
not a dog.
little tiny girls.
Well, I have a Lhasa Poo,
Yeah.
so that's Lhasa Apsa Poodle.
Our dog, she's awful.
You have a lot of
She's
poo?
awful.
I take a Lhasa
Lhasa
Poo.
Poo. Lhasa Poo. That's
Lots
Lhasa.
of poo, lots of opsapoo. I don't know. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome to our Brooklyn Cafe show. We've got some longtime friends in here. We got some new friends. Actually, everyone's a longtime friend
We got
in here.
announcements, is what we got. We
All
got a
right.
whole room full of announcements.
You going to start?
We're going to start with Ray.
Okay.
And for some reason, I call her Ray Ray, but she's not a double Ray. She's a single Ray, right?
She's a Ray.
Why the hell do I call her
Her
Ray
name
Ray?
is really Rahim. Rahima or
Forget
Rahim?
about
Rayma.
that.
Rayma.
Rayma,
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you. Me and that name ain't never gonna have a relationship. Now, I call her Ray Ray. I don't know why.
Did you recognize her?
You're
with
not
her
the only
shorter
one.
hair?
Like 10 different people, a bunch of different people call me Ray Ray. It just flows out.
I think you got taller since last time I saw you.
You know, the 3-inch heels definitely help
Yeah, you're
for
normally
sure.
in gym clothes and sneakers. I think I don't
Oh,
remember
yeah.
being. She goes to give me a hug, and I'm like looking up.
I know. I'm usually wearing my sneakers every day, so whenever I have the slightest bit of a chance to wear like normal people clothes, I will jump on the opportunity. So we are wearing heels today.
And you cut your hair.
I did, yes. But I like it like this. It's nice, especially for the
I
summertime.
was gonna say it's got to be a whole lot cooler.
Oh my goodness, yes.
I don't
and
want
then,
to say nothing.
less
This is
time,
like the
less
woman
maintenance.
hour. I don't want to say nothing. I like the longer hair.
But the long hair, she had long, beautiful blue extensions.
I like
was
the long hair.
amazing.
Maybe one day I'll bring it back.
Does have to take a long time to put in. It's probably a whole
You know,
lot.
10 hours.
showbiz
10
likes
hours.
all of that stuff. As you can tell, my async over here with the glasses, and this is all about the showbiz. So
All about the show. So
Anyway,
what have you been up to? I haven't seen
the
you in a
hold it,
long
hold it,
time.
hold it.
I
We're gonna
know.
set it up the other way.
Oh, okay.
So Monday, first of all, she got COVID, and we had to wait a couple of weeks. Correct?
Yes,
Until
yes,
she came back.
sadly.
And then we asked her because we had prior talked to her. Remember that time we went up to Lucky's event, and I spoke to
Delroy.
Delroy, which is Old County, and Delroy asked would she be interested in being a host to this show. So Delroy and I negotiated because I wanted a show. I didn't just want her to pop in, pop out. I just wanted something a little bit bigger and better. So she came in cold. She texted me Sunday night, oh, I'm so excited about being there tomorrow. I didn't know she was coming. So I said, okay. And then I said, there's a show at 6 that Linda put together that needed a host. So I throw her into an hour, 2 shows, people she's never met before, even though she met Delroy for a little bit. Didn't give her any background, didn't tell her who the doctors were, nothing. And this woman flies this plane like I ain't never seen in 15 years of doing this business. she came out of her bag. I didn't know you were so versed in the medical field.
Yeah.
Her parents are both doctors, right?
Yes, parents are both doctors, and working as a personal trainer, I feel like it's my job to know as much as I can about the human body so I can better help my clients on a day-to-day basis. So I'm very versed. I do a lot of research on my own, and just, you know, we're always learning. There's always something more that you can learn, and it's just really good knowledge to have for yourself as well.
He says she knows more than I do, and I'm thinking, yeah,
No, I meant
about medicine.
No, I mean
I'm
not
like,
on
yeah.
medicine. I meant on stage. First of all, you know,
Is that what you meant? I thought you meant about medicine. I'm thinking,
you ever
yeah.
have somebody like when JC talks to me and I go, you know, that's a really interesting question because I don't know what the hell to say. I don't have an answer. I'm sort of thinking, where am I going to go with this thing? She did questions to the doctors and the other lady, or business lady, that they kept saying, you know, that's a really interesting question. And I kept saying, wow. I mean, it was I counted 5 hits on somebody not announced. The numbers were outrageous. He has gotten phone calls. I mean, so anyway, I'm proud to announce that we're going to be doing 4 shows a month instead of 2 on Monday. He's agreed to do this. And we're going to open up a new thing called All County Medical TV Network. And I have Alana waiting in the wings on days that she can't make it because she has another business.
So we're kind of going to alternate between Ray and Alana.
We're going to see. I'm going to
Nice.
see how much of this she'll tolerate. I thought she was going to run away because if I say, JC, I need you to stay here for an hour and talk to strangers and talk about this, she's going to go, why?
I think it's a nice rotation between the two of them.
Well, we'll
because
see.
Alana did the hair, and then Ray's got
I was a
Delroy, and I think it's a
but I was
fantastic
a little
opportunity.
taken back about her knowledge, her parents involved in medicine. And then talk us a little bit about the epilepsy thing that you're doing, the other program.
So a lot of the clients that I work with on a daily basis suffer from epilepsy. So I've started to do a lot more research and specialize in helping my epilepsy patients. And it is scientifically proven that exercise actually helps to control a lot of the symptoms that come with epilepsy, and it also helps to manage their bodies because with the medications they're on, a lot of times it can cause tremors, it can cause weight gain. And so my job is to help work around some of the issues that they're facing so they're still able to live a healthy and successful life without having to deal with a lot of the other side effects or from the medications that they have to take on a daily basis.
Are you working with an epilepsy center?
No, it's just the clients that come in. I had one client come in with epilepsy, and we had tremendous progress in a relatively short period of time, and his doctor actually recommended patients to me to work with.
Nice.
So that's kind of how I started getting more into it. But again, I absolutely love it because, you know, this is the only body that we have, and when it comes to your health, we don't play around with our health. And so having the opportunity to really make a difference on someone's life in that matter is such a phenomenal feeling, and it's such a beautiful thing to see when they finally reach like those goals, the weight goals, or just being able to move the way they've always wanted to move. It's such a beautiful thing.
It's amazing. I can actually touch my toes almost.
Yeah.
I can actually bend down and get my hands to the floor. Never in my life have I been able. It's a sense of accomplishment.
Really?
It is.
I drag my arms behind me.
I think of it all the time. Going, can you do
I would like to shorten them. My arms are behind me because my hands, all they doing production, my hands
But no,
are...
what I'm thinking, your back must hurt all day in production because you're like this all the time.
Yeah, but when
Your
you,
back has to, I saw you get up yesterday and your back had to, you were in that
was
chair for
3
4 hours, yeah.
Well, that was different. But when you see a show that comes about and you don't expect, all I expected her was to panic. Not an ounce of panic. She even told one guy, listen, take it easy. She told John, relax. Because John is a little hyper.
Well, John's a little high-strung.
And she opened up this folder and she's looking at it, and I got this. And I'm telling myself, is a train wreck coming? And I'm looking. And she handled it like a pro. All the jaws hit the floor because she took and talked to that. And the doctors didn't want to get off they didn't want to get off. And I can tell you gotta, so you know what she does? We're running out of time. I want to thank you. Right, heartbreak. Not this lingering and then you run over and they're going crazy in the radio.
You don't have anyone that does that. Your hosts are all clean.
That is clean. But
That's what I'm saying.
sometimes you got to do a hard break.
Yeah.
Okay, when you started in the business, the first show, you were like this. Did you do hard breaks? No.
You know what happens with doctors? So I was listening this morning. Apparently, there's a hierarchy in the medical profession.
Oh, definitely, 100%.
And there really
100%,
isn't,
yeah.
but they think there is,
They're
right?
definitely, I guess, mentally or the mentality,
Yeah.
you have that hierarchy with the specialty type doctors at the top and everyone else falling into you. So it's funny because you can be a family doctor, but on the hierarchy ladder, you might not be as high up as some of the specialty doctors, even though you still are both doctors. And I find that very interesting.
I was listening to a radio show this morning, a morning radio, and they were talking about the hierarchy of radio shows. There's the morning show, which is like the top notch. And then the afternoon drive, but now night drive, and then there's like podcasting underneath, and they talked about the hierarchy in medical professions. Apparently there's a hierarchy in every field in your mind, right? It's what we create in our minds.
It's what you listen to.
And who
Okay?
does
Why is it that Howard Stern, which I thought was a crazy man, his numbers were phenomenal because he was crazy. So it could be good, it could be that. It depends on the delivery, which will bring us to our next show announcement and our next show announcement. But anyway, I know she has to get back to work. I just wanted to have Ray Ray come in here. All County shows on Monday, 6:30. She's going to be there Monday, and I don't even know who they're sending yet, but we'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
starting back on the 8th, correct? August 8th?
Is that what he said?
Yes.
Yes, that's what he said.
Yeah.
That's what he said. And so if you are a doctor or you act like a doctor on a show and you want to come down, give me a call and we'll put you on there. I'm thinking you maybe Chuck.
Last time you started acting like a doctor, we had a 2-year pandemic, so Freddie can no longer present himself as a doctor.
No, last time
Remember, you came in as Dr. Corona?
I came in as a doctor, Dr. Corona,
Yes.
and I got out of a ticket.
Yeah, he came in as
A cop
Dr.
stopped
Corona. We shut the world down for 2 years, so you cannot even pretend to wear that white jacket
What do you
ever
call
again.
that when doctors do the tours? What is that called? I had to
An
do my-
internship? Residency?
Residency. I was doing my residency. So give us a call if you're a doctor. Anybody in the medical field, right, is what we're looking for, Ray Ray. It doesn't have to be a doctor. It can be anybody in the medical field. Come on down. We'd like to put you,
Who's here?
I don't know, a guy with a hat and a flower, or food or something. We'd love to hear from you, so give us a call, 866-224-5422, or call All County Direct, and we'll put you on the show.
All right. Good to see you
Okay,
again.
perfect. Great seeing you as well.
All right, let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back,
Okay.
more with our midday show.
Oh, no, we got 2 more announcements.
Live in
Don't go away.
WGHC, so you don't want to miss this. Music
next
lovers,
one.
here we
Don't
come.
go away.
We got Dr. Laura Ellick in the house, the psychology behind
Psychology.
all of it. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Planning for the future should not be painful and needs to be discussed. From health, family, finances, allow qualified professionals to aid in your planning. Luhu Advisors have been serving South Florida for over 30 years. A licensed real estate broker, insurance agent, assisted living administrator, and certified senior advisor, Paul Solomon is the most qualified and well-rounded advisor for any task. Specializing in real estate, long-term care, life insurance and annuities, Social Security, government benefits, and senior housing. Luhu Advisors. Let us help you. Known for his Art Deco Cubist style and compositions with dancing saturated color, Ken Bieberman has lived and breathed art his whole life. From the early 80s, he's influenced the Art Deco district of Miami Beach. Featured in numerous restoration projects, hotels, galleries, and clubs, Bieberman creates for everyday folks and celebrity clientele. He's also the proprietor of Art Repro, a giclée and scanning company in Pompano Beach. When it comes to scanning high resolution, size is not an issue. Professionally scanning art up to 10 feet and 64 inches in width, Art Repro utilizes state-of-the-art equipment. On quality canvas or paper, archival ink and printing mediums are put to use. Art Repro ensures colors are true and every nuance of the art is captured, including the canvas weave. Perfection is the priority. Contact artist Ken Bieberman today at 954-547-0095 or visit his website www.artrepro.net.
Hi, I'm Dawn Clifford, owner and founder of Clifford Insurance Advisors. Established in November of 1999, we focus on mainly health, life, disability, Medicare, and long-term care insurance. specifically for people aging into Medicare or the self-employed or even employee benefits for small business owners. We can be reached by phone number at 561-880-0391 or by email info@cliffordinsuranceadvisors.com. Visit our website at www.cliffordinsuranceadvisors.com and even visit Facebook, Clifford Insurance Advisors.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Welcome to Movies of Delray, a family-run movie theater that has been serving the Delray and Boca community for over 30 years. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Movies of Delray offers great admission prices, low concession prices, and quality customer service. Movies of Delray provides the quality of the big box theaters without the price tag. Movies of Delray provides new Hollywood content as well as new indie and independent movies. It truly is a hidden gem. Whether you're hosting a private event, party, or fundraiser, or are looking for your next date night activity, Movies of Delray is the perfect choice. Come on down to Movies of Delray, located at 7421 West Atlantic Ave in Delray Beach, or visit us online at moviesofdelray.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
All right, we're back. Listen, second announcement, because she has to go.
Things to do.
She's got to go see her fans. So we only have her for a short reason. Make sure you have your mic, okay? We're going to go to camera 4. Let's just jump into it. Because I want to make the announcement that JC is in the house.
JC who?
JC Dreesen.
Thank you, just clarifying.
Oh, I got to say the whole name.
Hey.
You got to make sure we know it's
JC
JC Dreesen.
JC in the house.
JC Dreesen. And she brought her husband, which I gave him a mic, because I'm tired of watching him not say a damn word. How you doing?
He's not comfortable with a microphone.
How you doing, Mr.
I'm
Wonder?
doing
See, you,
fine.
you
Okay,
don't
hold that
even
mic.
have the
Very
mic.
excited.
Hold that mic.
Very
you don't
excited.
have the mic up to your mouth. See that?
See that?
Let's
Very
make sure we got
excited.
all the mics open, right?
So what's our announcement?
So the announcement is the JC Dreesen show. It's Elements today. Now I got to hear it through the speakers, what you were doing.
Oh, good.
And you were a showmanship person with a microphone.
That's what I do.
That's right. But everybody was saying, what are we going to say? And you said it. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. We're going to put the elements together.
So that show was starting
I don't know. When are we starting?
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Yeah.
What day is that?
August 11th.
11th.
Yes.
Thursday night, August 11th at
7:30 p.m.
And you're going to bring fans and people that want your
I'm
autograph?
not sure.
You
who
can't.
I'm going to bring on.
You- listen.
Laura's coming apparently.
Charlotte will be here. Everybody
Yeah,
be here.
Charlotte.
Laura's like, I'll be here. Charlotte will be here. We'll be here.
We're gonna have. I'm just so excited because it's gonna be something a little bit out of the box for me. Not so much not performing and entertaining because that's what I love to do, but to be able to talk and sing. Oh my God, that's like shopping
The
and
fun thing is
eating
going to be
and
getting
you
her
know.
down to 24 minutes
Oh, that's gonna be tough.
with 2 songs.
tough.
No, she's going to do more than that. We'll see. The second
He
part.
missed the beginning of that conversation. Uh-huh.
The second part is tomorrow, which will lead us to our next piece. Tomorrow at 7:30. Tomorrow's Thursday, right?
Yes, sir.
At 7:30, CC's going to do what he did a couple of weeks ago. I said we're going to have JC Dreesen.
Is
in the
Josh going to be
house.
performing also?
I don't know yet. This was just put together.
This is what you do to everyone,
This is what
and
I
we
do.
say,
And
"Could
how
you
does it work
please-"
out?
I had no idea when
JC,
I
he
walked
does
in the
this to
door
me.
what
I'm
I
like,
was
"Could
getting
you
into.
Give me a memo.
You just don't know when you walk into the Brooklyn Cafe,
I know it, believe me.
right?
Well, you know, he has songs. He sends us 3 songs nobody even heard, but we're going to do some karaoke side
We're gonna
music
play that
and
on the
stuff.
next hour?
We're gonna play on the next hour. We're going to do something over there. She's going to do something over there. And you're going to put those somethings together. We're going to put it on the radio, 7:30 to 8, maybe even go on. Depends on how many people we got. And it's time to make a little noise.
We
Little
need some
positive
We need
noise.
some positive energy.
And I can bring some guests.
As many as you want.
Right? Tomorrow.
I'll put them. I'll even
Okay.
put them in the parking lot
Great.
and speakers and.
And you'll even be
TV.
here?
I'll be here.
Oh, just checking.
Oh no, I will be here.
Alana, Josh,
I
Katie,
will be here. Don't listen
military.
to her.
Y'all hear
Do
that?
not listen to the woman behind the curtain. I will be here. But what I'm excited
I've got
about,
all of New York and New Jersey now as my witness.
what I am excited about is you snowbirds, when you come down here in October, November, December, and further, I want you to look up these names. Now, he'll probably be out in the Midwest. I'm going to tell you, you see a superstar over there. You guys just don't know it yet. But that guy over there, he's going to hit the rails. Watch out. But when you come down here, you're going to be looking for concerts on JC. It's going to be sold out and everything else. I see it. I see it. And for all you naysayers, you're going to regret the day. Trust me when I tell you this, of what you do today, that you're going to pay the price for tomorrow. What? What? What?
Put your phone down. They're
Why, you
getting
can hear
double
it?
sound.
Okay, you can say that. Say,
She
put your
did.
phone
Put-
down.
she
I know,
did.
she's giving me like,
Put your
what time is it?
phone down.
All right.
They love. I can't wait to see what meme comes out of today's show.
But I am excited because I got almost all my ducks in a row.
Yeah.
Now, what you guys don't understand is the impact you are creating on kids that are coming forward. When we had the 2 kids
Well,
here
it's
the other-
funny because she said, I can't perform tomorrow, but I'm going to come see the other band. And I said, oh, sorry, honey, we don't have another band tomorrow. She said, oh, but Freddie said Cece was performing tomorrow
I didn't
after
say that.
us. Oh,
I
you
said-
can read the text.
I said I was going to ask him, how in the world
so
am I going
went,
to do that?
oh, I don't know what Freddie said. This happens all the time, by the way. I get a Freddie
Yeah,
said.
this is news to me. I just heard about
Thank
today.
you, too.
So I told her, no, sorry, no one else is performing tomorrow, but apparently I now need to retext Stumble Steady and tell them, but oh yes, not only will Cece be here tomorrow night, so will JC Dreesen.
So will Stumble
See,
Steady.
surprise.
Surprise, and now
And
we're going to
that's
bring in
what's going to
Stumble
be on my
Steady.
show. It'll be surprise guests. We don't know.
We don't know.
That's why you have to tune in.
I
'cause you
try to
just
get
don't know what's gonna
Josh's
happen.
band to come. You know, I'm just running into all these stone walls. But who gets an opportunity like American Bandstand when they started? They put them on radio, then they put them on TV. And those bands that came out of there were tremendous.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know. But I'm excited. You know what I'm excited about? First he said yeah, which I didn't.
I don't
was
think anyone
praying.
ever says no to you.
And then she said yeah. And I almost stumbled out of the block there when I got both of them to say yeah. So tune in tomorrow at 7:30. Well, tune in tomorrow starting at 7
We've got
with
Touched by an Angel.
who brings her own crowd. And we're going to have crowd. We're going to have to take out them chairs, put them everywhere,
Yes, because I've got shows every half hour tomorrow night.
which is really fun. But I love it. We're going to make that announcement to everybody. I want you to tell the world.
Dinner's
I'm
on
gonna-
Freddie, you guys.
Dinner's on me. We're going to have T-shirts that say, I know JC, and in the back, I know CC, and in the, I make a dress, and who's left? I mean,
You got JC and CC and
I got all the C's, baby. I
you
got
got
every
it.
C in the world.
you got it going on.
And I'm going to tell you, they're going to notice. You mark my words, this is going to get noticed.
And you've got a gig coming up at a restaurant.
I do.
Right next month?
Well, it's the end of the month. August 30th. I'm
Are
going
we
to
still
be
doing
at
that?
Well, August 30th is La Sorel in Boca, and then August 12th I'm at Cafe Cabaret in Cape Coral, which
Right,
is
on
on
the
the
West
other
Coast.
side. Yes. So that should be interesting.
And what
that's
about
gonna
New York
be,
and New Jersey? Anything going on there?
Nothing in New York, New Jersey. Nothing.
All right, you guys.
right
so give
now,
her a
but,
call. Let's book
but
her.
maybe in a few months we'll see. I'm working on it.
Hey, the Meadowlands, give me a holler.
Yes, absolutely.
Madison Square Garden, give me a holler.
Kings Point and Delray Beach, I'll be there October 14th, so you can plan ahead. Yeah, so
'Tis the
that's a
season, as
big
they
show.
say.
I try to film at Kings Point. That's another story.
It is. All right, so tomorrow at 7:30.
7:30.
Yay.
Come on down. We'll even treat you to some coffee. You could try some of our coffee, some of our...
Coffee. Didn't Dawn just say dinner?
Thank you.
I thought it was a steak
Dinner's
dinner.
a bagel.
Dinner tomorrow night.
Steak and
Well,
potatoes.
if they're coming to watch, tell them to bring the bagels.
Watch instead of someone else
This
donates
is
the food.
Second Deli. Second
Street Bagels in Deli.
As long as I get some M&Ms, I'm good.
That sounds so fun.
Watch how he
What was
works
that?
his Bronx.
As long as I get my peanut M&Ms, I'm good.
Oh, peanut M&Ms.
I got to figure that one out. Dollar store, we need you.
Freddie's working all the angles. How do you do that?
Now, what I want to do is I want this to work because I already talked to the Movies of Delray, and I got a gig set up where we can do the same thing on a Saturday night at the movies, showing the movies. Because I'm going to tell you something, that movie thing, that How to Please a Woman thing you guys did, that ain't got nothing on me.
Did you see it?
No.
Maybe
I
you
got
could-
something else coming. There's a blockbuster coming that I was told. And that's the day I'm going to pick this parade.
Well, we had such a blast there when you did the West Side Story event.
Wasn't that fun?
That was
CC
that
hasn't
was
been there yet.
great.
I got to get him before he goes on the road because the superstar over there is going on the road, and we ain't going to see. There's going to be sights unknown where he's going with this. Are you taking your dog with you?
No, I'm not allowed to take the dog with me.
I guess it was that successful of a trip, huh?
Well, no, she was perfectly fine in the car and at the restaurant, but when we got back to the room, she turned into the devil.
Oh my
So
goodness.
I didn't get too much sleep because she kept jumping on Colleen's
She's
face.
what,
and
4 pounds?
She's 8 pounds,
pounds.
9 ounces. Yeah. Oh, there we are.
She turned into the devil. An 8-pound she-poo. Why are we having a hard time with this visual, you guys?
She looked so innocent in
Yes.
that video, but in all reality, it was like, what am I going to do next to torture
Wow.
me?
She did
Yeah,
look
she
very
doesn't like
sweet and
Colleen at
innocent,
all.
didn't she?
She looked innocent in the video because he probably told her, "You make a noise, go right out the
Katie
window."
was on board saying, "Oh."
We were
look at
feeding her
that
French fries and
dog."
hot dogs, so
Remember
that's
the
why
dog
she.
on the road trip? So sweet, right? Yeah, apparently not.
All right,
We're gonna
Are
take
we-
a break. They need to head out.
2
do some
weeks.
things.
What's the date in 2 weeks?
August 11th.
August
August
11th,
What time?
7:30. I may even bring my Losapoo on the show one night too.
If it takes a crap, you clean it.
No, she is very well trained.
She well trained?
Oh,
I got
absolutely.
Pampers if you need it.
You'll be here for
They're
that
my
too.
Pampers,
You're gonna be
but
here for
you
that
can
too,
borrow
right?
some.
She could do some tricks.
Dawn, I am going
I'll
to be
do-
here.
Yes. She could do tricks on the show. I
She
think
can?
What does she
yeah.
do? She sits.
Oh my God! Are you
Stays.
kidding me? She
rolls
sits.
over?
She rolls over. She jumps through a hoop.
She
Oh, you
can
have
pick
no
the
idea.
lotto winning numbers, $1 billion.
So I thought that, God forbid, it ever happened that I couldn't sing anymore, I would become a dog trainer.
There you go.
Can you
train
train our
ours?
dogs, please? She has no manners whatsoever.
You got a client already.
I don't like that. You never know what happens.
It's
here.
all about the treats, honey. It's all about the
And
treats.
ain't a French fry either. You got to give him a treat
Yeah.
French
with
fry
CBD
pizza.
in it.
She knows what a real treat looks like.
Oh, this is hilarious.
All right, let's take a commercial break.
Yes, 'cause she
JC
gotta go.
Dreesen, we will see you tomorrow. More to come. Dr. Laura Ellick, CC Clevenger. We got Colleen in the house. Let's hear about that road trip. And then we're going to talk. We had a lot to talk about. Dr. Laura's
know, we haven't
couch.
seen you, what,
and
in
there's
2,
the
3
bobblehead
years?
going, uh-huh. No, I
3
think last time
years.
she was physically here is when I
3 years
imploded
ago.
Studio B. Yeah?
It was not.
About a year ago, and it poured like crazy.
Well, it's about to
driving
rain now.
here. Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. All right, more to come. Give us a call, 888-994-4995, Studio A. Stay tuned, New York, New Jersey, and we'll be right back.
Amy Reshevsky can help you choose the right piece that will add some magic to your space. Amy Reshevsky has a wide range of art, from abstracts to mosaic tapestries, and she paints on different surfaces. such as reverse painting on glass, tables, wall hangings, and sculptures. Her work can be ordered online at amyrashevsky.com, or you can come in and see it in real time at the Brooklyn Cafe Art Gallery. She also does commission work, so if you have an idea in mind, she can make it a reality. She invites you to reach out to her at Facebook or at email at amyrashevsky@gmail.com. That's amyrashevsky@gmail.com. Have an artful day. Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Meet Jay Harmon, one of the many artists held in the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery. Jay specializes in various different art styles, but his medium to work with is colored pencils. His unique style comes from being self-taught and years of practice. Jay pulls his inspiration from many outlets like people, television, celebrities, and many more. With multiple original pieces, Jay's art graces the gallery with over 40 plus works for viewing and for purchase. His many years of being an artist has given him a chance to partner with the Derwent brand, giving him the opportunity to try many different work styles and further his craft. Feel free to come down and visit the studio to view his work, or if you're interested in your own Jay Harmon original, he's open to commissions on his website, coloredpencilartist.com, or catch his show, The Colored Pencil Artist, on Amp Media Productions on YouTube and Facebook. See you soon.
Hey travelers, everybody wants cheap airfares, but where can you find them? You call Smart Fares. Our prices are direct from the airlines and they're so low they're not published anywhere. Smart Fares specializes in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rentals, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, Smart Fares can help you get there cheaply and with the best price guarantee. If you want the absolute lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call us right now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these low rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the lowest rates available, so don't wait. Call Smart Fares right now for the best price guaranteed. Save up to 50% off business and first class. We've got great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 855-828-0198. That's 855-828-0198. 855-828-0198.
Artist Rosie Sherman paints her passions to share with everyone. Expressing herself through bold and vibrant colors, her suggestion and style are always in flux. Inspired by travels, nature, romance, and the human spirit, Rosie makes sure her depiction of women are strong and proud. Her landscapes illustrate the changing seasons in the diverse world that we live in. To find her artwork in the multiple medias you can purchase, visit rosiesherman.pixels.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Back. Welcome, New York. You know
we
what?
have like a cave in here, and between those curtains there is sunshine.
We're on the air. Relax.
I know.
Did you see what happened in New York City last night?
No.
Mets and Yankees. Subway Series. Now the only reason I bring this up is because the Mets won. The Mets had lost. I wouldn't even mention it. But what a game last night. Judge hits a home run, and then the next Yankee player hits another home run back to back. And then the Mets came up in the bottom of the inning, and they hit a home run. They went ahead 4-2. It was unbelievable. 42,000 people at Shea Stadium.
You haven't been playing this little baseball game. So we've got Dr. Laura Ellick here, and I know you've got friends, family, and everyone in New York. So sometimes we're in the middle of production and shows and voiceovers, and he's sitting quietly, and I look over and I'm like, what are you doing? He's got little Freddie playing baseball on his phone, playing video games, and he's screaming at the phone. And I look at him and I say, really? But you have not done that in a while.
I can't believe you're putting that out.
Well, you know, I gotta ask.
What is
Inquiring
wrong with
minds
you?
want to know.
I stopped doing it because I used to do it sometimes up here during commercial, and I was told not to do that anymore.
But Little Freddie's this animated character that plays baseball and does this thing. But we have not seen you in a while. She's still bobbing her head.
We had to get that bobblehead down.
It's about time. Let's do it.
Well, I don't know what happened to you. It's been 3 years since I last saw you.
Oh my gosh, it feels like 3 years.
It feels
but
like it,
has
right?
not. Yes.
She was here one day and
It was great.
I was
I'll never
having a
forget
little
that.
bit of it in Studio B. Remember that?
Yes.
I went.
Yeah.
And she
it's
came
funny
in
'cause
with some stones and
I'm glad you're
crystals,
here
and she
because
cleared it
she's
up.
doing more So we need a fixer-upper.
Exactly. Take a breath. It's going to be okay.
Yeah, what's going on with this collective energy right now?
Well, I think the world has gone a little mad. We are all coming out of COVID, hopefully, but it's all about anger and relationships right now. I mean, I am going nuts with people on social media commenting about narcissism, toxic relationships, inquiring about divorce, family therapy. I've had more referrals for family therapy in the past couple months than I think I have had maybe in the past several years. So, and I have a feeling this is all related to everything that's gone on over the past couple of years.
Now, you know, when people were tied up in COVID, you couldn't go anywhere. You couldn't date. You were locked down. Then you discovered who your significant other, spouse, whatever it was. So now that we're coming out of COVID, you have all these breakups. People are separating like in droves because they couldn't, and now they feel they can. So there's a lot of anger out there.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so much so that a colleague and I are actually going to do a 5-session seminar in Boca, actually starting in September, on the nuts and bolts of divorce, because there are so many people who are inquiring about it, but they don't necessarily know what they need to do, or they're too scared to do it. They know they have to, they don't know the steps. So it's kind of interesting when you see ebbs and flows of certain topics in our culture, and this just happens to be one that's exploding.
You think if you're going to get divorced in your mind and you really know you're done, you should pre-plan the steps of what to do before you just say, I need a divorce, and you just blow up on the other person?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because especially if there are kids involved, sometimes people don't necessarily know what they're getting involved in, not only from a legal perspective, but a psychological perspective. Keeping the kids out of the middle is absolutely essential, and that's one of the hardest things when you are living with someone that you may not necessarily like right now, and your social support network may have dropped because of COVID, is there's a tendency to kind of put the kids in the middle. We call it triangulation, and we definitely want to keep the kids out.
People that were just barely making it, and then all of a sudden you get hit with the numbers that are going now. I know people that's rents have gone up $300-400, and they can't afford.
They're saying like 30% rents are going up.
Well,
Yeah.
Tampa is the #1 up increaser in the country,
Yeah.
and the people are living in their cars because where else are they going to live? And then the money situation is so tight before all of this happened that now, you know, money is what greases the wheels, and here comes the pressure, and the relationships are the first thing that are suffering, and then the kids and everything else.
You know, we're hearing a lot of people are depressed.
Oh my
But yet
gosh.
You look at everyone on the outside and they're laughing and they're happy, but when they start texting you, I'm depressed, I've got anxiety, I need therapy, and you think, oh my goodness, this has to be, your phone must be ringing off the hook.
It's so funny because it goes in cycles. So July is generally a very quiet month for therapy because most people are away on vacation. Before it's crazy, now I'm starting to get calls again preparing for the school year. And what's really interesting is school in Florida starts in August. So I'll get a flurry of calls, but I'm also licensed in New York as well, and school starts there in September. So I'll get a flurry of calls for New York people.
For kids or for parents?
For both, for adolescents especially, and then parents who have been waiting to get the kids off to school before they can start tackling their own issues.
Yeah, as parents, but we kind of lose sight of our own issues. When you've got kids, the kids always come first.
Absolutely.
Always.
Well, there are so many things going on right now. I mean, you got mountains and you got divots, and so many different things are happening to so many different people. I always tell people, just hang in there and things will get better. You know, sometimes getting divorced is worse because you're going to be going about it alone, unless you have somebody waiting in the wings. And then even that relationship is going to suffer. Don't think that it's greener on the other side. And this is not the time to make those moves. You sort of should sit down, have a meal, bring Doc along, have it sit with you at the meal, and try to figure out what you're going to do, because it ain't easy on the other side. It's a little scary.
Now, what if you can't afford therapy? Are there organizations or foundations that provide support services?
Sure, depending on what your issue is, you can always find somebody. There are a lot of organizations for eating disorders, for depression. You know, we have the new suicide hotline, the, what is it, 988? Yeah, 988 suicide hotline. So there are always people around. And I have always kept a sliding scale. So I see people still for very low fee, because I believe that people should have access to services. And that's why I've also moved more into social media and hopefully podcasting and books and things like that, because there are lots of different ways that people can get support. It may not necessarily be traditional one-on-one therapy. It could be by attending a seminar, a speech, a talk, you know, watching. I heard TikTok blew up with mental health over COVID, which I didn't even know about. So I've started posting more on TikTok also, just about mental health issues. And the messages that I get back channel from people, it's just, I mean, it's fulfilling, but it also says to me, wow, we are really lacking in this country in terms of accessibility.
Someone reached out, because we always say, always reach out to someone if you feel you are in need or you need support. So someone reached out to us and said, I am of need and I need support. Can you help me? And I said, and you were with me, here's the crisis hotline, here's this and this and this. And they said, they don't understand me, can you help me? It's this beyond the scope of what I do, nor do they have the funds. So I said, I thought there has to be places and services available in every state that would help people.
I think there's a hotline for depression. There's a depression hotline. I'm sure if you contact the social services department, the local hospitals will have access to people. But usually every town has some sort of crisis center. And I know I've started volunteering with the Red Cross, and I know that in terms of disasters or shootings or house fires, they set people up and they connect them with all of the services that you need in your community. So there are things out there. There are shelters, there are hotlines for domestic violence. There's something for everybody, and I think most is just a Google search away.
I had someone in the studio I met with yesterday, and she was telling me so many stories of domestic violence in her life, not once, but twice. Mm-hmm. And you look at people on the outside, right, and you never know what's going on the inside. And that, I think, is the scariest thing. It's because on the outside they seem great, but on the inside, so many people are in pain. They all have everyone's got a story to share. And hopefully we can help one.
Well, the object of the game is that you want to access people. I mean, that's above our pay grade, especially the one you're talking about.
Yep.
Maybe Doc can help out with that. Maybe she could.
Yep.
I don't know. I know that a few years ago when we were at another studio, we had somebody come in all the time, and I thought she was fine. And I woke up one morning at 6 o'clock, I got a text that she committed suicide. Remember that? And I didn't know how to take that, because I missed the sign somewhere. And I could reach out to you or somebody who understands what I missed. And I always tell Dawn, I don't want to ever go through. That was the worst 24 hours. And I didn't even know her that well. Mm-hmm. But she came into studio all the time. We thought she was fine. She was getting better.
I think everyone says they're fine, but they're not. Mm-hmm. And I see in the younger generation, in the 20-somethings, they're all fine on the outside. The social media is so perfect, right? But on the inside, There's so much anxiety,
Yeah.
and they're so stressed out, and they're depressed. And are there hotlines to help, or you help every age?
I help every age, and if I can't help somebody, I will help them find someone who will. And one of the things that's great is that we're still doing telehealth. So, and for me, I'm licensed in 3 states. So, and there's some rules going on, some changes to the rules that if you get this telehealth license, you'll be able to help people in other states. So hopefully it's going to open up so that we can access services or help people in small towns or cities where they may not even have any mental health providers there.
Are there some things that we can give, some tips that we can give to people right now that are listening for their teenager, for younger, or for adults, just to get through some of these tough times?
I mean, number one, I would say don't assume that everything is okay. Just because someone says it's okay, as you know, it may not necessarily be okay. So encourage conversation and make it an open-ended conversation, not how are you doing, where the teenager then says fine, but more questions that are exploratory, like, so it's been really rough the past couple of years. I noticed that your friends don't come around anymore. What's going on with that? That's a question that elicits, hopefully, conversation.
We had a producer that started with us yesterday, and we were doing a segment on bullying. And she came on and says, I was bullied. I mean, everybody in the studio, one time or another in their life, was bullied. But I asked her straight up, did you tell your parents? And she said no. And they don't. People don't tell people. They assume that they're going to swallow this and just, we're going to grow out of it, is the word.
Her story was interesting. She said her parents were both immigrants from Haiti, and they were busy trying to make a home here, and she did not want to put an added pressure on her parents by saying I'm being bullied at school, so she didn't say anything.
English.
Right. And that's a lot for a teenager or a kid to hang on to. Look, I see adults who are going through toxic workplaces, toxic bullying at work. It's not easy for an adult either. I mean, we think that when we get to be adults, we have it all together, and we don't. So I would encourage conversation and also look for those warning signs. Someone's sleeping all day, somebody up all night, not eating, they're crying more often, they seem socially isolated. Those are some of the warning signs you want to be looking for.
How do people reach out to you here in New York?
You can reach out to me at my website, www.lauraellick.com, or reach out to me directly, 516-635-6186. I will always keep that New York number.
And you can work with anybody from here to anywhere, right?
Absolutely, and I'm branching out into more speaking, so I'm hoping to do some bigger events this year, so MSG can call me at any time. I am available.
Journaling is huge.
My sister's daughter moved to Arizona. So my sister's up there with Frankie. So she says, I'm going to come visit you. And I says, why don't you come and stay with me? The fear of leaving New York is strangling her. And I could tell, because she, that's her life. She's been there for over 40 years in the same apartment. Mm-hmm. So for her to come down here, she's debating here or Arizona. I says, then go with your daughter. She says, yeah, but I think I want to hang out with you. Same syndrome, because you make it look too easy is the problem. That's all I got to tell you. And having to talk to these people and giving them some hope, a chance, something to talk to, I think it's important. So take advantage of the number and call Doc. I think it's important.
Dr. Laura's going to stay with us on the other side of this break with New York. We got Cece and Colleen. We have to hear about your road trip. Absolutely. We're going to play some of Cece's music, some new releases on the other side of this commercial break in our news. So WGHT, New York, New Jersey.
The new releases is for tomorrow night. These we're going to play the releases.
Releases. We're playing something by Cece Clevenger.
Yeah, we do. I'll show you how we do it.
We do.
Show you how to do it. We'll be right back.
All right.
This is for New York. Goodbye.
Yes, I know. Say goodbye, Lucy.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Creative, enchanting, whimsical. Artist Gina Bella is always creating artwork based on real stories and emotions, expressed through Italian papers, paints, flowers, metals, and clay. Her feelings and stories come to life. Complete with glittery diamond dust over paintings and pottery, Gina Bella is always creating new pieces and commissions. You can find her work in staging homes, family Christian bookstores, New Jersey boutiques, and the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery, where she offers personal guided tours of her latest art pieces. Gina can also be found hosting weekend art camps, where she teaches adults and children pottery, painting, and jewelry. For more information on Gina Bella and her art, contact livinglifeartfully@gmail.com or give a call to 954-857-5444. We hope you're enjoying this episode of the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. Whether you enjoy watching in the mornings or afternoons, you can now watch with your favorite merchandise. Choose from the Brooklyn Cafe t-shirts, ranging from sizes small to 3XL. Colors available include black, dark heather, and navy. Feeling chilly? Just check out our latest hoodie with over 9 colors to choose from. Sip on some Brooklyn Cafe coffee with Dawn and Freddie in a matching mug as seen on set. Brooklyn hats and special seasonal items are always popping up and available upon request. To purchase, you can visit our online store at brooklyncafe.tv/shop. Happy shopping!
Coffee News is a fun, family-friendly weekly publication provided free to restaurants, coffee shops, and waiting areas for customers to enjoy. Grow your business today through the power of effective, affordable advertising. Coffee News is an active marketing medium specializing in the ongoing weekly promotion of your business. This builds awareness for your company so you become known as the leader of your industry and develop brand awareness so people think of you first when they want your services or products. Maximize your visibility and achieve outstanding results. For more information on Coffee News, contact Sunrise Coffee News at mail.com or give them a call at 954-951-7870.
Ever needed a good read? Maybe a book to keep your mind off things. Frank A. Ruffalo is an internationally known author and accomplished screenwriter. He's written many successful novels with amazing stories. Fiction adventures like The Lady of the Harbor, The Trihedral of Chaos, Gabriel's Chalice, 10048, and many more. For more information, visit www.frankaruffalo.com or you can find Frank Ruffalo on Amazon.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, CEO of MyPillow. Retailers, shopping channels, and now even banks have tried to cancel myself and MyPillow. During these times, your support has meant everything to us. So my employees and I want to personally thank each and every one of you by passing the savings directly on to you. We're selling the best products ever for the best prices ever. For example, we have my towels with proprietary technology which makes them soft and absorbent. Towels that work, what a concept. They're made with USA cotton and come in a variety of awesome colors. My 6-piece towel set is regularly $109.99, now just $39.99 with your promo code. I support this show, and I would like to offer you our biggest discounts for listening. So please go to our website, mypillow.com, and put in the promo code at the end of this message to get the biggest discounts. Again, thanks for listening, and God bless.
Call 800-883-1046 and use promo code CAFESLEEP.
Monkeypox, a global health emergency Saturday amid a spike in cases in recent months.
Dr. Tedros said he made this declaration for a few reasons. First and foremost is that the outbreak is growing. So, for example, last month he said that 340 cases of monkeypox were reported to his agency, and now it is at 16,000 from 75 countries.
A Russian tank attack killed 2 Americans, a Canadian and a Swedish man fighting in the Donetsk province of Ukraine, according to a Ukrainian military officer who served as their commander. Morgan Benson reports.
The deaths of the 2 American men were confirmed by a U.S. State Department spokesperson stated, who did not name the men. We can confirm the recent deaths of 2 U.S. citizens in the Donbas region of Ukraine. We are in touch with the families and providing all possible consular assistance, a State Department spokesperson stated.
At least 22 people were killed in flash floods caused by heavy rains in Iran's southern province of Fars, a provincial official said on Saturday.
According to local authorities, over 50 rescue teams have been sent to help with search efforts. The dangers of flash flooding have also been exacerbated by the widespread construction of buildings and roads near riverbeds.
Officials in Mariposa County, California have ordered evacuations in response to a wildfire that's decimated more than 6,500 acres and at least 10 buildings.
The sheriffs came up. They go, "You got to go now." It's just like a hurricane.
Overnight, the Oak Fire exploded, now forcing more than 6,000 to evacuate. The spread so rapid, it reportedly trapped residents in their own homes.
Husband and wife unable to get out of their house.
The flames racing over a runway of drought-stricken brush, driven by heavy wind, stoked by high heat.
I know the one next to me, down at the bottom of the driveway, burnt to the ground.
This is the latest news headlines. One person has been killed and at least 5 people injured in a shooting outside a large gathering in a Seattle, Washington suburb.
Originally this morning, they said that there were 5 people who were being treated for gunshot wounds and 1 person was dead. They've now upped that to 6 people who are being treated. 1 person who is dead, that man, a 32-year-old man from Tacoma who died.
T-Mobile has agreed to pay $350 million to customers affected by a class action lawsuit filed after the company disclosed last August that personal data like Social Security numbers had been stolen in a cyber attack. In Securities and Exchange Commission filing on Friday, the mobile phone company said the funds would pay for claims by class members, the legal fees of plaintiffs' counsel, and the cost of administering the settlement. It also said it would spend $150 million next year and in 2023 to fortify its data security and other technologies. There was no winner on Friday night for the $660 million Mega Millions jackpot, and the estimated prize for the next drawing on Tuesday, July 26th, is now an incredible $790 million. The Mega Millions jackpot was last won on April 15th, with a winning ticket in Tennessee claiming $20 million. There have been no jackpot winners in the 28 consecutive drawings since then. An estimated 17.7 million viewers watched Thursday night's hearings of the House committee investigating the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol. The Nielsen Company said that is the second to the 20 million who saw the first committee hearing on June 9th, the only other one of the 8 sessions held in prime time. 10 networks aired this past week's hearing live. And that's the latest news headlines. I'm Alan Edwards.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
We're rotating the board. 2 hours to sit there. I think they go into a zone. It's like you got to get up, stretch, exercise, move around the zone. Josh is on the board. Can you tell?
I can tell because the music is coming out.
There
it's
you
Josh
go.
playing.
Yes.
I gotta say, his music was moved. It isn't that it's missing.
We just can't find it.
Because I had to clean the board.
Moved it. I know.
You know, when you do so many shows, video has a weight to it. So the components of what we use begin to slow down because it has so much. So I'll find it. I just gotta go in there.
No worries. We'll take care of it.
We'll take care of that.
So how was the road trip?
Road trip was fine, except for the driving part, I guess.
Who drove?
7 states in 9 days.
That's crazy.
So Colleen started to drive through Florida. I slept while she drove through Florida, and then I took over and drove the rest of the time, 8 hours, to Bristol, Tennessee to see my family and to write some. And then we drove from Nashville to Sevierville to see her family. And then from Sevierville to Nashville to do my songwriting and recording. And then from Nashville to Paducah, Kentucky to stay with my manager for a few days to get my new website up and get a couple new shows on the calendar. And it was crazy. Yeah, we didn't make it to Chicago. We ran out of time.
I don't understand.
Okay, so it was 15 hours from Paducah back to home, to Boynton. If we would have went up to Chicago, it would have been like a day, and then we would have had to drive 17 hours back down, and I had to be back to work for Monday. And so it was pretty exhausting. So we just stayed in Paducah for a couple of days, took our time, drove
So how many
straight
hours were you driving in this entire ordeal? 200 hours?
a lot.
Around 150.
150,
Yeah.
almost 200, yeah.
Where a plane would have taken you on a puddle jumper.
Well,
to
the
different
problem
places.
was we couldn't board our puppy because it was costing too much money.
Would have been like
the dog again.
The dog
$500
again.
to
It would
board
have been
her
$500-600.
for
What
10
you
days.
paying gas though?
About $500.
Yeah, just about that much. Yeah, about that much.
And you couldn't find a friend? Phone a friend?
Phone
like
a
that?
friend. They're going to phone Freddie next time.
The only
don't
problem
feel
we
free.
had with that was that they didn't want to stay with the dog, and the dog has never been alone more than 2 hours, 3
She
hours.
has separation anxiety from Cece.
Wow.
Yeah.
From Cece.
Yeah.
She's my dog. That's for sure.
Wow.
All right, so you find a friend, right?
Can we phone Dr. Laura? Ever come?
No, there is Doggy Prozac, right?
Yeah,
She needs some.
Yeah, she needs something bad.
Does you have you have a friend that will watch the dog but wouldn't come over? So you go to her
We don't have
backyard
any
and you put a
friends
big
down
stake in
here.
the ground with a long chain.
We just moved to our community, so we don't.
Yeah, we know the same friend next door.
Oh,
What's her
no,
friend?
that's in Boca.
That's in
We're up
Boca. We live in Boynton Beach
Oh,
now.
you moved?
Yeah, we moved.
Oh, that's the problem.
Well, how was the trip though? How was each
Trip was
stop?
great.
And
Just getting it back into my roots, getting to see the mountains and the woods, and getting back to the element. The music just started just popping, and I wrote 3 new songs within a day.
Wow.
With my writing partner, and we just kept popping them out and popping them out and popping them out. So, but right now the manager's concentrating on the new shows, concentrating on the new website. We need people to go to and sign up with their email. We might try a brand new song tomorrow if I can get a guitar player to play it. We'll have to see if I can find a guitar
Josh?
player. Short notice.
Do you play
I
a
think,
guitar?
I'm pretty sure Josh could do it.
He
Yeah.
says, doesn't Josh play the guitar? That's what I thought.
You know who plays the guitar?
Who?
The bagel guy.
Yes.
And he's freaking good.
Yes. He
Don't
was-
say yes, say oh, I'm going to make a call.
She told me he was busy tomorrow night. I'm reaching
Well, I'm
back
gonna tell
out to
him,
her
I'm
and see.
going to make him a deal he can't refuse.
All right, I'll tell him.
So when we got into Bristol, it was like midnight, and it was 60 degrees. When we got out of the car, we're like, we didn't bring no coats. We were freezing.
You didn't bring any clothes.
Coats.
Well, we packed. We didn't bring a coat. We brought plenty of shirts and.
You didn't bring heavy duty clothes.
No.
Wow.
So you went
But it was-
shopping.
But it was okay. No, it was okay. And then just visiting with old friends,
Nice.
and just kind of going back to some of the places that a little stomping grounds, if you will. And then when we went to Sevierville to see my dad, there's Fox Cemetery is right on 411. And my parents live kind of on Fox Cemetery Road, so it's a Civil War cemetery.
Wow.
From back in the day, but the view, and I don't think you guys are on my Facebook, but I took a picture of the background, and I always take that same photo each and every time I'm there because it looks different each time. So it was pretty cool to get back to see that. And then when we went to Nashville, of course, we did go on Broadway.
We walked on Broadway with Joy. We
I
bought a
saw that
backpack.
picture.
Yeah,
we bought a backpack for the dog. So
He has a backpack for.
she's in the backpack, and I'm lugging her all over Broadway, walking miles after miles.
Priorities.
With the dog in the backpack.
The dog.
What are you
the
doing?
sheep who
what are you
named
doing-
Joy.
What are you doing with this dog when you go on tour?
Well, Colleen can't go on tour.
Don't
so she'll be
like
home.
her.
Yeah, well, it's,
She might not be alive.
yeah.
She might be in permanent
Dog
daycare.
for sale. I can see it
She
now.
might be in permanent daycare.
What was it like in Nashville though? You got 3 songs out. Boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
Do you have someone that helps you collaborate when you're there?
I have songwriters, friends of mine, Russ Stallings, who's on the tour posters with me, and we're trying to get on tour with him. He helps me put all the words together and the music together. I pretty much have the whole song in my head, and I sing it to him the way I want it to sound, and he just puts it right on guitar and figures it out. So
Yeah, he's like a bluegrass.
bluegrass country, old country guy.
Now you got to see him record in Nashville, right?
Yeah.
How was that experience?
They literally can, like, he'll do his, what do they call it, scratch track, and then the band will play around what the sound is supposed to sound like, I guess, or the beat or the timing. That's different, and then you do the vocals separate. So after they put the music together, then he goes back in the studio and puts the vocal down on top of, it overlays the music. Just, for me, it's like I don't.
You
it was
were
pretty
amazed?
interesting on how the difference,
The musicians that, see, they have a thing called the number system when they write a song. It looks like the Matrix. I have no clue that's my song.
Come to
sitting
reading
here.
music. Yeah.
And the top musicians in Nashville, like Brett Mason is the #1 guitar player in Nashville session-wise. And he just they just look at this and start playing it, and that's your song. It blows your mind.
It's done in like a half an hour.
Yeah, one song takes 20, 25 minutes, and these guys are going, all right, let's go back to line number 25, word 5, and I need to fix that note. And you're just saying, I'm standing there with my jaw wide open, and I'm like, oh my God.
It's amazing, right?
It's amazing that these
the
guys.
talent
it's
is
magic.
unbelievable.
It's magic.
So when you go on tour, which starts in August?
Starts
September.
late August.
August. Are you going to be singing these tracks, or are you going to be singing? What are you going to be singing?
No, I'm going to have a studio band. So they're going to hire session musicians from Nashville, and they're all going to have all my songs tracked, and then they're going to play them from that, and have it down pat just like that.
Yeah,
And
so
how
it'll
many
be a full
cities?
band.
How many cities are you guys?
We're hitting 65 dates right now, almost 70, and it's going to be 25 cities.
So.
And Chad, did you all travel together on a bus?
It's going to be we're going to do a 15-passenger van right now with a trailer behind it.
There's a bus shortage.
There's a bus shortage going
course
on
there
right
is.
now. Right now, my manager just put ABBA, the original ABBA, on a bus. He just put Daryl Worley, Little Texas, and he doesn't have enough buses for any of
I
these
heard
bigger
ABBA
stars.
was coming back.
Yeah,
I saw that in the news.
they just booked
Tell
a
ABBA we
bus.
need the bus.
Well, I would love to have a bus, believe me, but we
Maybe
just don't-
one night ABBA would take the bus with them in it and then do something.
So a van and a truck behind it.
5 days on the road on a bus is $128,000.
Wow.
So
5 days?
five days on the bus is $128,000. So
The van's
unless
a
you
whole-
have big sponsors, then
Wow.
yeah, it's not.
And they're
gonna
going to be on for 60 plus days?
We need a movie shoot
Yeah.
bus.
Christopher Cross just booked for 90 shows, and he needed 4 or 5 buses for 900.
So he
grand.
took them all.
900,000?
Yep.
It's good to be in the bus. You know, I got my CD out.
Maybe you could be a bus driver again. Can you imagine?
I was supposed
You
to
would have a
do-
blast. You'd be a fun bus driver.
I got hired the day I got my CD out. The guy was standing there. He says, "I want you to drive a route from Florida to Canada." So he put me in this bus. Oh my God, this bus, you sort of maneuver. It sort of hugs you.
Right.
And my ex-wife said, "Absolutely not bad. And they pay well."
What songs did you release? Or are they going to be released here or on tour?
One song I'm trying to get in the studio right now. As soon as we get the funds together for that, it takes around roughly 3 to 4 months to get the song mastered, done, and out on media because you have to have a press release for it. So it'll probably be on tour before we release those, unless I can find a guitar player and I can play one tomorrow night.
You play the guitar? No. Sorry. Josh, you know any guitar players? No.
It'll be all right. It'll be all right.
Well, the good thing that did come out of our trip to Paducah with the manager was there was an opportunity that came up for Belmead Country Club,
Oh, yeah.
which is like one of the biggest country clubs in Nashville with the biggest stars being members. And Labor Day, September 5th,
wow,
he's headlining the show to entertain those members such as Tim McGraw.
That's huge.
and
Keith Urban, yeah.
Keith Urban and all
Dolly
those people
Parton,
who
Led
are
Zeppelin.
part of that country club.
Yeah.
So,
do we have this announcement put together?
It's-
Here I am sending you press releases. You should be sending me press releases.
Well,
so
we're
that just
hoping-
came out yesterday, officially confirmed yesterday.
Oh, we gotta get to
Yeah.
work.
Congratulations. Wow, that's huge.
I'm looking to maybe take somebody to film it and do a documentary and just get everything on the road. So we'll have to talk to you about maybe.
Listen, we got to get you a bus before we do any filming because you got to get there. We got to find a way of making this
At
thing
this
operate.
point, we were going to drive my truck there, which is it's
I
11
figured.
hours from here to Nashville. So
Well, we got to come up with a better way. You know, I can't believe you did 150 hours of driving. That's the first craziness.
Yeah.
But it's family. You went to visit
No,
family.
I'm thinking more they didn't tell us that they got this gig Labor Day weekend with all these big mucky muck stars of Nashville.
We can't fly into that gig because
No, we have to haul
bring the
equipment
equipment, the
now.
PA equipment.
You gotta bring your VA equipment. That's the stuff you just bought.
We just bought PA equipment and
I
we have
got
to.
a I got a company that delivers it. It's like UPS. They pick it up and they deliver it.
It's 400 pounds.
It's 450 pounds altogether.
Is that going to break the bank on me?
They deliver planes.
They got to drive. It'll be more cost effective to drive. But you and I can fly and film.
Yeah,
it.
you guys are
How
more
is
than
the
welcome
star
to come to
gonna
the show.
drive?
Yeah.
First of all, we got to hire Josh, me, you. We drive, and then they got to go fly. He's got to be well
got that
rested to go.
backwards.
You don't drive?
Yeah.
And
No,
it's
it's
our
awful. It really it is.
September 2nd's our anniversary, so it'll be an anniversary show trip.
1 year?
1 year.
Wow.
Well, you better have
Do you
that.
remember those 1 year wedded bliss moments?
So she gets to drive 11 hours on our anniversary to this show.
Wow.
It's
I
fantastic.
highly recommend
Dr.
you
Laura,
don't do
you need a hotline. They're going to
Yes.
need your hotline on
Highly
this one.
recommend that Mama San get something. Forget about
Well,
driving.
I was thinking of letting her fly and I would just drive, but you know.
No, that's
something
pretty
that the
dangerous.
two
He's
of
not a
you
good
gotta
driver.
do.
I'm thinking something that sparkles.
He's not a good driver.
Oh, she's not a sparkly kind of.
Something
I'm
that
simple.
doesn't sparkle.
I'm plain.
then.
Simple.
We'll make the boat sparkle and we'll take her out on the boat.
There you
or
go.
I'm
something.
thinking about the two of you being in the same place as not driving.
Look, so I am thankful and blessed that I have him in my life, and 15 hours in a car might be a little bit much.
A little bit.
Without like a full break. We arrived, everybody had all their appendages and eyesight and everything. Coming back, do you see the scar in my head right here?
How'd you get that?
She tripped over the dog or something.
dog?
I don't know.
Yeah, she was trying to play with the dog and
Of course.
there's a little knob on the dog's bag apparently I didn't see and it was
Yeah, and he was messing around. He pushed me away from his dog and it scratched my eye.
They love the dog. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. We're going to see if we can find the music of CeCe Clevenger. They're going to be joining us tomorrow night right here with JC Dreesen. Kara said she's going to see if she can bring Garrett. I'm going to see if we can get Garrett to bring his guitar. And we're going to talk to Dr. Laura, see what's going on. We need to manifest some greatness. You know, she's got this whole journaling book about manifestation.
I lost my journal book.
I got it. It's right back there with Gio. It's in my angelic corner of my feng shui.
I was wondering where the hell it's been.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Do you need a strong cup of coffee to get you through your day? Try your very own Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee, the official coffee of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. You can pick up a bag from us, or two. Contact us at 866-224-5422, or just stop on by. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13. Come on in, grab a bag of our signature Brooklyn Cafe coffee. The cafe doors are always open.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call, so please call right now.
Call 800-651-4808.
Has your heater busted, computer crashed, appliance broken? Then you need ARW Home.
Life's been pretty worry-free since I got covered with ARW Home. Don't waste thousands of dollars on air conditioning, appliance repair, and replacements. Save that money with ARW Home. Protection plans that cover household appliances, systems, and electronics.
My air conditioning broke on a Sunday. I called ARW, and they came out and fixed it right away.
Get your free quote today. Call or go to arwhome.com now.
Call 877-281-0289.
Stephanie Jaffe is a world-renowned artist who creates one-of-a-kind pieces. Using a keen sense of color and composition, her vibrant collages and mosaics integrate eclectic elements such as vintage keepsakes and fine china with blown glass and fired clay to create whimsical arrangements. For more information about her work, come down to the Brooklyn Cafe TV studio or go to StephanieJaffeArt.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Just stepped into the ring again, toe to toe. Tell me when will this fighting end? Pain, it hurts. It just cuts me like a knife inside. Will you wrong? Or will you just leave it high? You always said that I've let you down so many times, but now you see that all I ever did was try to get your attention for just one little loving word. But now I'm gone, and our bridge is about to burn. I don't have to like you, but I love you. You're my flesh and blood. I don't have to like you, but I care of what you're thinking. You just stepped into the ring again, toe to toe. Tell me when will this fighting end? Pain, it hurts. It just cuts me like a knife inside. Will you run? Or will you just leave it behind?
Are we back?
We back. We got to coordinate it. I think I got J.D. Danner that day.
I'll let you handle this. That's it for me. Too many things. I need more. I need a 25-hour day.
You need more than that.
Because all of this goodness is coming forward, you know? You ever make chocolate chip cookies? And they take a little bit and they put it in there? And I say, why are you being so cheap with the chocolate chip? Just put it in there. So you get a chocolate chip cookie. Not just a chocolate chip cookie, but the whole thing is like a chocolate chip. You understand?
We're going to go get some chocolate chips. No, but it's a lot of ingredients. Is that what it is?
No, you pound the chocolate chip. You want a huge chocolate chip. That's what's happening right now. I got a lot of chocolate chips and not enough cookie.
Dr. Laura, help me out on
Doc,
this
you
one.
understand what I'm saying, right?
Actually, believe it or not, I do understand
Thank
what
you.
you're saying.
Thank you. Thank you.
So it's when good things start coming and you allow them to come to you, then all of a sudden you get an overabundance of chocolate chips.
And I don't have enough cookie to put them in. I could do, okay, you're going to think I'm nuts. My son, 14 years ago, Gio said to me, the goal to AMP Square TV was to do a digital radio TV show 24/7. So I said, yeah, out of your mind. So if you look at Hotwire, Comcast, all those shows you see on TV, the news, that's 24/7, right? Those shows, except for the news and sports, is all taped. So think about this. Even David Letterman was done at 4, and then they put it at 11. All those shows are taped. There is not one live show because they wanted to be perfecto. Okay, so if you were to take all of the shows that we do per day, you can actually do it 24/7. So he wasn't nuts. I just didn't have his vision. I do now. So now I see everywhere I go, I see talent. And if you bring it forward and you believe in yourself and this is why I said we got to get you a bus. Forget about everything else. We got to get a bus. We got to get equipment. You're going to provide everything that does. But we have to sort of want the bus. We got to want it. Exactly. So we created SpiritLife.tv, and it opened up the floodgates. I got to tell you, I had to give this lady a lot of credit. I've been so preoccupied in something else that I'm working on. She's had to handle the 15 shows that want to be on this channel. And we're trying to make sense of it.
Last night, my eyes were going like that.
So she's sitting there all day. She's the one that needs the 25th hour, doing proposals, trying to make it work, because everybody
I got 3 coming in about a half hour.
Everybody wants to work with one another. Now, this event tomorrow night, I came up with this idea because of you, not because of him. Because I watch what you do. I watch what you're going through. So the object of the game for me is let him do his talent. This guy's going to make it big one day. I already told him. I see it. I know it is going to happen. But what happens is to be part of all this, how do you generate interest? To make it work for you, make it work for all the other singers, guitar players. I look at Josh. He doesn't understand the value of what he does. And that's what's driving me crazy. Because we have it. I need more cookies.
You need
I don't
more
have enough
cookies.
cookies.
So you need like the background, the support staff. I told Garrett to bring his guitar.
You see? And he's going to bring it?
I'm waiting for confirmation.
Give me the phone. I'm going to call.
I asked Stumble Steady to bring the guitar. So I would venture to say, if Kara can get him to bring it, we're going to get Josh to bring his guitar. Don't you worry about
I
that.
got to tell you something. I hope that CeCe doesn't forget me. Because when CeCe is on the Grammys and he's a big-time player, I got to call his wife. Because she won't forget me. She says,
I'm going to call Joy, the dog.
Sika. No, I would call his wife. Because when you are a megastar and you're sitting here just hanging because you need a place to go to get away from it. They're all going to be at the door, man. All of them. When my brother played with Santana, it was before Santana popped. And he used to hang out with my brother and my cousins. They used to hang out because it was quiet. Because nobody knew my brother. My brother could play. And when they blew up, the manager took him away, went to California. And that was the end of that band that started everything, which nobody knows about.
And 2 players from Journey were actually in Santana before they performed Journey.
That's right.
Music life is hard.
It's the business aspect of it is hard. The
We were
performing
talking about
is
hierarchy, right? Everyone
Yeah.
thinks when you're at the top, you're going to forget them, and they don't want to go on the journey. Right? This goes with so many things in life. People's perception of things is not always accurate as to what the other side truly is. But then you got to deal with all of the garbage that this trail leaves behind. A lot of jealousies. You must be dealing with a lot of clients that have she said, he said. I mean, you and I both had other partners, and they all thought you and I were doing something which we weren't even doing, and not including them. So there was a lot of jealousies and a lot of things in this business. And what do they say? Walk in our shoes? That was the other show I was going to do.
I think people target people because of envy, because of jealousy, because everybody, again, it's an Instagram moment. You know, everybody looks like they have everything together. And instead of doing what Freddie is talking about, which is let's all collaborate. Right? Because we can all help each other in different ways. It's, I'm afraid if this person reaches the top, then there's nothing left for me. So I would rather knock this person down than collaborate and lift each other up.
Exactly. Exactly.
My opinion is that karma will eventually get everybody, but I'm a connector because I think there's enough room in this world for everybody to do what they were put here to do.
Well, just to circle back to your comment about forgetting, look, we are so humble
I'm
and
only
grateful.
kidding. I'm only
like
kidding.
you all like
I
have,
only kid with him.
No, but you guys have really kind of elevated this kind of to the next tier, if you will, and we're kind of like at part of the peak. You know how the peak goes up. We're kind of in the middle, and that'll never happen because we wouldn't be where we're at right now if it wasn't for all your help.
I think you guys are terrific. I think you're terrific together. I remember when he came down here I remember Kendra's first day at iHeart. And all I asked Kendra was for a cup of coffee when she got the Grammy. I remember, what's her name? The Spanish lady from Miami who ended up playing at the
Laura
Grammy.
Vivas.
And I said, all I want is a cup of coffee and a wave. Don't even say my name. All I want is this. That's all.
You got
Because
that. You got
I
it.
am proud to know you, not the other way around. What you guys do is the artist part of this stuff. What I get to do is I get to applaud. And whatever we can do to make it bigger, and your book included, and artists included, and everything else in that other room is inclusive of that.
Right.
We are humbled by the fact that you're here. And every time I've called, you've come. So I got to throw a little curveball. So tomorrow night at 7:30.
Bring your guitar.
Bring yourself and come and enjoy. And I like the way he handles his set. And I want him to feel, that he can manipulate a set, manipulating cameras. I'm going to throw a curveball with JC. These people are entertainers, but they've never done this part of it.
Right.
So if you can handle this part of it, interview it. I've never seen CC interview anybody. He's going to do it tomorrow.
You're
You just
squeezing a
don't
whole
know
lot
his
in 30 minutes. Curveball.
I need more
Hey.
cookie, Doc.
There you go.
But you know something? When I pull it off and you sit back, you're going to say, holy smokes. Because he's going to make it happen.
See, here's the thing. He's got this whole idea in his head right now. And none of us have any idea what's in his head. But then he walks in the door tomorrow at 7:20, and you guys go on at 7:30, and
It'll be done before that.
he's going to go and
You
move
know,
all these pieces around.
I'm the same way with her. I have all these ideas, and then I forget to tell her about it, and then I plan it, and I was like, oh, by the way, we have to be here in like 15 minutes. And she has no clue what I'm talking about. I mean, I have ideas for TV shows for you guys.
I think we should do it. I'm on it.
Communication, as Dr. Laura
Yeah.
says. I'm taking my therapist with me. She'll be our in-house therapist.
Dawn, if I knew all of the ways of doing it, if I had it all, if you think I have this grand plan, The part of him interviewing JC occurred to me today. That JC.
It might have just occurred just now.
That JC said, I'm in. It's shocking. You don't get JC like that. JC has family, she travels, she has people. But I made a deal with her. And I said, you got to keep your end of the deal. You told me you're going to meet me halfway. And her husband sits there and he says like this to her. You told him that. So tomorrow, I want to change the angle up. I want to see him interview JC and JC interview him. I want to see that. I wanted to have a third band in here so the two of them can interview that band. Oh, I got a plan. I got a plan. Because by the time you're on tour, everybody's going to know your name. You know, what was it, Queen that said that? Freddie Mercury?
Yep.
When they start singing your song, man, you were somebody because they know your words.
And it's happened a little bit in the cover shows when we do a couple songs of mine in the crowd. I've actually performed a wedding, and my song was their wedding song, which was really cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
And wait till you see Cool come in a big bow, the adjustment to singing is what you're going to have to do. She's going to have to make the adjustments to life.
Right.
Because you become public property.
She has to pull the reins on me once in a while and pull me backwards. And
well, you better get some big range. You better get Doc's number because
I know, I'm going to need it, let me tell you.
That the two of you are not going to agree, but the career is going to choose your path.
But
and
it's
that's
hard.
Just the hard time. Yeah. That's the hardest part is separating our business life and our relationship, our marriage. And sometimes it is a little bit challenging because I have so much going on with my own career and then his career and then making sure that he's dressed appropriately, he's cut nice, it's just a lot of the details that,
And you're newlyweds, and that's the other side of this coin.
Good thing you don't have
kids.
kids.
This is new.
Well, we got five.
We got
but
5.
You're taking care of 5 kids?
Yep, they have 5 kids.
No, we have one
At home?
stepdaughter down here in Florida.
They're all up.
They're all gone, though.
They're all-
Yeah, but it's a good thing you don't have kids around you right
But
now.
I think it's hard, probably for a lot of couples, to work together and be a romantic partnership. And then there's that divide of you want to grow the business, and someone says, but we should be a couple. And there's always that one that wants to push, and there's always that one that wants to be more the romantic side.
Right.
And how do you separate that?
There's so much just in this scenario that you just described because it's not just about relationship, it's about the work-life balance too. So I love my job. And I get up really early in the morning, so I could be writing at 5 in the morning and I could literally go till 9 at night.
Right.
Now I'm not with anybody right now, so it's not a strain on a partnership, but it could be, right? It could be a strain if you don't set those boundaries. And believe it or not, some of the toughest work that I've been doing recently is with families who run big family businesses, and they're having a really hard time still being brothers or still being father-son or father-daughter and not having that spill over into the business and vice versa. But I love that you guys are newlyweds because that gives me hope. And hope is what we all need right now.
Right. It is stressful, and we recognize that the stress is interfering with personal life because she has her own job that she works, and then when my part of it comes up, she doesn't have enough time in the day to do her job and my job either. So, we look for help as far as like we've advertised for interns, we've advertised for things like that to help with the social media because me personally, I just don't know how to do the social media, to be honest with you. So.
Well, it's a given art. And what happens is what you're going through today is going to change next week and the week after. As that day begins to get closer and closer, the time that you spend together, even if it's sharing an apple, becomes important.
Right.
This entertainment business is not made for relationships. It just isn't. It's tough on relationships because they're going to pull you in 17 different ways. And you got managers that are going to see you and say, oh, I can make some money here. And she's going to say, but wait a minute, it's our anniversary. And there are going to be days. But what I want you to know, and Doc, maybe you can help me with this, you know what's coming. This ain't a surprise for you.
Right.
It isn't like certain people I know in this business that get hit in the face with a fastball, and that's called life. You know what's coming. So prepare now to take these setbacks. Give yourselves a little bit of room. It's okay if she gets upset. There ain't nothing wrong with that. It's okay if he gets upset because he ain't got M&Ms or whatever. You got to keep that humor.
That's the biggest part right there.
Well, you got to keep your humor
Well, we tend to
above.
like take a moment, whether it's 10, like last night, 10 or 15 minutes where we walked out on the pier, walked down to our boat, sat on the little bench and just watched the water or listened to the water ripple. You just kind of just took a moment to breathe because it was a little bit of an overwhelming day, especially for me. That was the anniversary of my mom's passing, and I'm like, work and all the stuff that he was telling me on the phone. I'm like, oh, I just want to breathe. And that's kind of where.
The more you do, what's going to wind up happening is you can't wait for people to give you the moments. You're going to have to take those moments.
150 hours. At least they came back and they're
Still married.
They're still together. Everything's looking good. You're getting that positive vibe, which is one of the reasons I wanted to see CC. I'm getting the positive vibe. You know, I know couples who jive me all the time, and it ain't working because, you know, they want that private me. And that ain't gonna happen. You'll become public figure.
I'm already in the public eye already. So I mean, I've been living this dream for a long time, and it's finally found the right path to where we're going. But I mean, it's like I keep telling her. I say, you think it's bad now?
Yeah, but
we still got a whole freight train coming.
Yeah, but there's like a
Sounds like you.
protection factor. Like, you know, typically the family tries to stay out of the public eye for multiple reasons because, like you said, they would try to break you down as best they could. So,
Well, it's all the movies. You see all the movies how actors and singers all have a hard time with the family life because the decisions are being made by those that are powering and putting the money up to get you bigger.
Right.
And you need that whole influx to make everything work. You know, you want the things that the business brings you. But the bottom line is you can't get lost. But it's tough when you can't get lost with two minds.
Right.
One is easy. Two is hard.
I mean, the new Elvis movie sums it up pretty much, man. That's a powerful movie. If you haven't seen it yet, it's just go see it.
Have you seen
looking
it?
at the
haven't.
story of Elvis through. See, this Elvis movie is through the eyes of Colonel Parker, and it's not through the eyes of Elvis. And Colonel Parker was an illegal alien who faked his name, and he wasn't even a U.S. citizen. Couldn't travel overseas, so Elvis Presley never performed anywhere but the United States, physically. He never got to fly, unless he was in the military. He got to go overseas, but Colonel Parker kept him grounded in the United States because he couldn't go out of the United States.
Right. But
So-
even Elvis had problems.
And then he would have a personal physician come and inject Elvis with all these different drugs to keep him awake to be on stage. And Elvis just wore himself thin with it.
I was telling you, Gwyneth Paltrow, she's given up acting, and she's now head of Goop because so
don't
many
wanna go
people
through that.
tried to take her down, even after winning the awards, because you can only handle so much for so long, I think, until you realize you got to do what you got to love
Well,
to do.
You gotta have a different type of philosophy.
It's not easy, and you need a team. You know, without you by my side every day to do this,
You're being Doc's office every day.
I wouldn't still be doing this after 7 years because you need somebody by your side all the time. So the good and the bad, you have each other to bounce things off of.
And you always gotta respect and love the people that help you. I mean, this train, the CC train, can't move unless we have people working the tracks, putting the fuel in, you know, keeping the destinations going. So I appreciate every single piece of the train that helps me move forward.
That's what it is, like our
Cece,
crew.
You remind me of the train that was going uphill,
I think I can.
and now the train is going this way, and you just gotta make sure it doesn't run away. You're gonna
Yeah.
be a hit. The question is, how much of a hit? How much cookie do you want to give up? And how far you want to go to make the? I'm being totally
Oh,
serious.
I understand. I just
Entertainment business is brutal. You know, you're going to be traveling. I thought they did the 150 hours so they could get used to going out, man. I'm going to tell you, I would never do that.
Not only did they do it, they went to visit family.
Yeah.
So you think you added all of that into being a
we had a
newlywed
funny
with the dog.
since you bring up cookies, we had a funny cookie story from the road. It was hilarious, and
The crumble cookie. Okay.
she's
go
never
to-
been to Crumble Cookies, for one.
What
And
is
I'm not a
crumble
s-
cookie?
Crumble Cookies.
It was
is
in Hendersonville.
Hendersonville. There's a company called Crumble Cookie that's here in Boynton as well.
Well, they're
It's
everywhere.
cookies that are huge and they're thick and they have different flavors every week. Phenomenal
Never had crumble
cookies.
cookie. Never
I'm
heard.
getting sound effects.
Okay, so you need to look that up first of all. Second is he is obsessed with sweets. I'm not a big sweet person. He goes, "Do you want a cookie?" I go, "No, I'll have a little piece of yours." "Oh no, you're not." Like, this cookie is huge. Like, you could give up a little sliver to let me try it. So because I wanted a little piece, he had to get 2 cookies.
So yeah.
And I got a little piece.
But you see,
Of the
that's
one.
all the game because he really wanted 2 cookies. You should have played the word game. If you answer this question, you get a piece of cookie.
Oh well, yeah. At that point, I was just worried about the cookie. I wasn't worried about.
It was so.
It's the simple things in life that we have to compromise on.
Yes.
All right, so tomorrow night we got CC, we got JC.
And
we
some
got-
other friends. Maybe there's another.
And maybe we'll get Dr. Laura. We got to get that bobblehead.
Would love it. Let's
That
get
would
on
be
it.
hilarious.
We're gonna
I
have
love
a
how
good
you
time.
sit here and you're listening and you're analyzing.
She's doing the doctor thing.
I
She's
know.
in the doctor pose. What was the name of that? The thinker.
The thinker.
The thinker.
She's like the female thinker.
We're gonna have a good time tomorrow night. We're gonna rock it out. There's gonna be 2
some
songs
fun.
that nobody's ever heard. They're all they're original, and love you till the end of time. And can't remember the other one now.
Any of your kids
okay.
are with you?
My daughter's coming next week.
Oh, I was going to say bring her tomorrow.
Oh, she would love it.
JC's bringing her family, and then at 7 o'clock we have Angel that brings people in as well.
I got to tell you, my phone has not stopped today.
Like I tell you.
Yeah.
The
We need
chocolate
more
chips.
cookies.
All of the chocolate
There
chips
you
are
go.
coming.
Oh look, they got Crumble Cookie on the
Oh,
screen.
see?
Look at that. There it is, right there. Yep.
The flavors
you
this
have it.
week are
The
like
flavor-
sharp.
Those
Yeah.
are cookies or donuts?
Those are cookies.
There's one in Coral Springs.
So this week they have salted caramel. They have fruity cookie
I
with
thought you
has
were
gummy
diabetic.
sharks on
How do you
it.
know all this?
Because I went there yesterday and bought 6 of them.
And the funny thing is, our crew found that picture like nothing, right? They're like, apparently there's
Look
one
at
in
the size of
Parkland.
those cookies.
Oh, they're huge.
We should
They're
call
huge.
them, bring them on the show.
Right after we finish, I'll call
We can bring it tomorrow night for the show.
Let's do it.
Let's do
Yeah.
it. Now tell the cookie owner to come down and let's see if we can get you that buzz.
Bring it
It's going to be a lot of cookies to get that bus.
These guys are big.
Yeah.
They know people who know people who know people. We don't gotta get one person. We gotta get 10 people to put this
Yeah.
bus together.
All right, so we need to manifest.
Manifesting a lot of stuff.
How do
are
we manifest these days?
How do we manifest?
Yes.
You put it out to the universe and believe that it's going to happen. There's no doubt there.
There you go.
No,
There you
there's
have it.
no doubt. It's just destined.
Yeah.
You know it like you know your name.
Journaling?
Journaling
Huge right now, right?
Journaling is big right now. Definitely set your intention. Know that it's going to happen. Believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, how is anybody else going to believe in you? And
Right.
only surround yourself with loyal people, good people.
There you go.
We're gonna have Dr. Laura on speed dial
For sure.
when
She's a
he's
great
on
person
tour.
to have on
We
speed
need it,
dial. We've
yeah.
known Dr. Laura for years, and she was working up far north for a while and was doing this virtually. So when she
Right.
said she could come in today in person, I thought this is a win-win. Manifest it, believe in it, because there's
That's
a
right.
lot of naysayers out there that will pull you down as quickly as you say you blink,
And it's funny because I get into
especially in
arguments
this business.
every day about how people want me to do what I want to do. But I'm the one doing it. So how in the world are you going to tell me how to do what I want to do when you're over here and all you're doing is doing this? So I take the computer, says, here, show me. Oh, no. So honestly, is it to talk to be heard? I have a plan, but I have to be able to do what I want to do. Just like you're going to sing on stage what you want to do. They may ask you to do certain things,
Right.
but if there's a favorite song you want to do, you're going to say, well, can we do this, this, and that? And you can't get lost in the juice, man. You got to sort of understand.
Do you
It's-
change what you do because others want you to?
It's planning. I have the whole show planned a week ahead of time. And I have every movement I'm going to be doing on stage, and I have everything that can go wrong in my head just in case that happens and I can fix it. So planning for a show is like...
It's like a production.
It's a production.
It is a production.
Absolutely.
So
Because it
you're
rests on you.
performing.
If something
Yeah.
goes wrong, It's on your name. It's
Yeah.
not on your lighting guy. It's not your sound
not
guy.
on the band. It's
you.
not on anybody. It's me. And they're going to look at me and say, "Man, you really crap. They were crap that night." And I'm like, "There's nothing I can say about it." I'm
Right.
like,
If
"Yeah."
a show goes
You tell
bad,
them.
you have to
You tell
return
them
that
there are
money.
2 years. This is the crap year. This is the good year. Maybe
Huh?
you should have turned
Like
your
you said.
head. That's all.
Well, yeah.
When I was coaching football, we played on a field that was like this. It was a farm. Somebody donated the farm. It had the fence and everything. We had to take everything down, and we cut it. We put the goal posts in. Me and the coaches did this, and I used to paint the middle of the field with spray paint. And they brought in these lights. I brought in announcers. It became a production. So the team that won the state championship was playing on an unlevel field. It was kind of strange because nobody wanted to go upfield.
Yeah.
But it worked. And it was a production. Bands used to come in from all over the state to play at halftime in our games. So you got to sort of understand what's going on in your head. And then I always say that God fills in the colors.
Yeah.
So if you have a plan and you put it out there, you see what happens. Trust yourself a little bit.
All right,
That's
so
all. Just
tomorrow
trust
night.
yourself a little bit.
What's next for you and your plan?
So I have that divorce seminar coming up, a 5-session seminar, so people can reach out to me if they want to sign up.
How
which
do
is
they
great.
get that information?
They can reach out to me directly at 516-635-6186, and I'm going to be relaunching my book.
Say that again and slow it down. What's the number?
516-635-6186. I'm from New York. I talk fast.
You talk fast.
But you don't sound like you're from New York.
I know.
Yes, she
Isn't that
does.
interesting?
Say bagel.
Bagel.
There you go.
Is that it?
Coffee.
And I'm going to be relaunching my book. So I put it out during COVID just to get it out there for people who needed it. But now I pulled it off. I'm going to do a big relaunch. That's what's going to be coming. Hopefully we'll have a party, an event, something. It's all in the works.
It's a great book.
Nice.
Journaling, manifesting, setting your intentions.
Absolutely.
Good stuff.
Sometimes you need some guidance instead of just that blank piece of paper.
Mhm.
It's a great interactive book.
Right. I really would like more kids to use it. I think it's great for kids because they could all use a little bit of positivity.
Amen to that. Absolutely.
Yes, right now it's needed more than ever. The delivery of that is really important, so people buy in.
All right. Thank you all for joining us.
Thank you.
Nice
Thank
show.
you.
I don't know where all these people came from, but they did.
You gotta believe, Dawn. You don't have enough belief.
Well, in the next half hour, we've got Rose Lambert, our mystic spiritual alchemist, with artist and new show host Sally Bernard joining us. I think Danielle Connolly is coming in. And you got Sarah Spiritual. So you talk about a day full of spirit and mysticism.
I may have Jeff Santos as well. I gotta find out.
All right, let's see what's going on. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe. Please be kind to each other. Lift each other up. There's enough room for all of us. And we'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.